In January 2016, Hailey posted this photo with Justin on her Instagram, which was immediately compared to this photo of Justin and Selena that he posted on October 2014. Meanwhile, Justin shared a few photos with Hailey, including this photo of them kissing, which was taken as a confirmation of their relationship. However, her dad then went to TMZ and told them that they were just friends. Following this, Selena had an interview with Billboard in which she was asked about Justin serenading her in a bar, and she said, "And honestly, what I would love to be printed is that I am so beyond done with talking about that and him." Then she was rumored to be dating Orlando Bloom after she attended his birthday party and congratulated him on her Instagram, and Samuel crossed after they were apparently seen having PDA at a club and were seen holding hands. Towards the end of the month, Selena and Hailey were seen partying at the same club, while Justin was seen partying with Sarah Jeffrey. And as if this wasn't bad enough for Hailey, her phone number was leaked, and of course, she received a lot of hate mail. In February, Selena had an interview with W Magazine in which she said, "I am so exhausted. I honestly am so done. I care about his health and well-being, but I can't do it anymore." Meanwhile, things between Hailey and Justin continued to be rocky. They were seen together during Super Bowl festivities alongside his friends, but they didn't fly in together. He flew on his private jet, and she flew commercial. Then, in an interview with GQ magazine, he first said that Hailey was a friend that he liked to kiss, but then said that she was, quote, "someone I really love. We spent a lot of time together. I don't want to put anyone in a position where they feel like I'm only theirs, only to be hurt in the end. Right now in my life, I don't want to be held down by anything. I already have a lot that I have to commit to, a lot of responsibilities. I don't want to feel like the girl I love is an added responsibility. I know that in the past I've hurt people and said things that I didn't mean to make them happy at the moment. So now I'm just more so looking at the future, making sure I'm not damaging them. What if Hailey ends up being the girl I'm gonna marry, right? If I rush into anything, if I damage her, then it's always going to be damaged. And it's really hard to fix wounds like that. It's so hard. I just don't want to hurt her." He also briefly mentioned Selena by saying, "We don't talk often, but we're cordial. If she needs something, I'm there for her. If I need something, she's there for me." Also, during this interview, the person doing the interview said the following about Hailey. Quote, "Hailey is in his room. She's the only one in his room. When we enter, Hailey is wearing a black crop top and thigh black pants, sitting on a pristinely made bed. She's doing nothing. No TV, no book, no phone, no computer, no music, no oil paints. Nothing." A few days later, Hailey gave an interview to ET in which she responded to his interview by saying,
"What do you love about Justin?"
Emily.
You know, he's really funny. We have a good time together. He's just really sweet. He's a good kid. He's a good heart, and I love him.
Does your dad like him? That's the big question.
Both my parents like him a lot.
You need that parental approval. It's very old school.
Yep.
So I hope he comes up with something romantic for Valentine's Day.
Nah. I just want food.
And she also added in another interview,
I think it's awesome, you know. It wasn't a surprise to me. I knew it was coming out. We are not an exclusive couple. He's about to go on tour. Relationships at this age are already complicated, but I don't like to really talk about it because it's between me and him. So,
You understand?
honestly, the rest of the GQ article comes out tomorrow, so just read it.
Well, what do you think of the photo spread?
I think he looks awesome. I think he looks super handsome.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And as that is, just like open-ended, you're young kids, so that's it, right?
It's just between me and him. That's it. It's just the thing is, I live a very public life, and I have to keep certain things personal, or else I have no personal life.
Well, that's the question. How do you balance that with social media? Because you're very open.
It's very difficult. I know. I am very open on social media, but that's why I don't really like to talk about certain things or just say little things about it, because it really is my personal business, and I don't feel that any relationships of mine are between me, the person, and the whole entire world.
Before Valentine's Day, Justin gave an interview to GQ again in which he said that he wanted to cover up Selena's tattoo. He said,
This is my ex-girlfriend, so I kind of try to cover her face up with some shading, but people still know.
And to end the month, Justin made sure that Hailey and everybody else knew that they were not exclusive, as he was seen arriving to a post-Grammy party with 2 women. And Courtney was seen going to this party as well as his birthday party in the beginning of March. Towards the end of March, Hailey and Courtney were seen backstage with his mom at one of his concerts. But at the same time this was happening, Justin posted a photo of him and Selena kissing from like 2010 or 11 to his Instagram. And Selena responded by commenting the words, "perfect." Following this, Selena was seen at one of his concerts, and then an insider told E! News, Justin wanted to rent out the Staples Center after his concert to do a repeat date night screening of Titanic for Selena because he is trying to get back with her. I don't know why he didn't go through with it, and I also don't know if he ever even told Selena about his plans, but I do know that he's obviously trying to date her again. After this, Justin posted this image that said, "In the end, only 3 things matter: how much you loved, how genuinely you lived, and how graceful you let go of things not meant for you." In April, Selena posted a photo with friends, including Samuel Cross, but I think by now it should be clear that they are just friends. Then Justin posted this photo with Kendall, and I think the same goes for them. Maybe they did hook up, but at this point, at least to me, it seems like he pulls her out whenever he wants to make Selena jealous, and that's it. Around this time, the iHeartRadio Awards took place, and both Selena and Justin were there. She even participated in the standing ovation that he received. However, according to insiders, the following happened. Quote, Justin tried to secretly bring Hailey as his date to the iHeartRadio Music Awards. He decided to give things another go with her and hid her backstage away from prying eyes because he didn't want Selena to know. Selena went backstage and saw Justin with Hailey, and she was furious about the whole thing. That's why she was so standoffish with him that night. A few days later, Hailey gave an interview to Mary Claire in which she talked about her phone getting hacked and Justin. She said, "I don't want attention out of dating somebody. Texts started coming through, crazy phone calls. It's hard to date someone in this industry." Despite this, in May during the Met Gala, Hailey is in with this guy. Justin did not attend and instead just went to an after party, and Selena, who did attend, canceled her planned attendance to the party. But then, days later, Hailey and her parents attended one of Justin's concerts. Days later, Selena started her revival tour and premiered the song Feel Me, which is rumored to be about Justin. In it, she sings, "When you're running, who you run to? Where do you go to hide? When she ain't giving you enough to get through the night. Won't be caught in the middle of your highs and your lows, baby. Long as you're not with me, you'll always be alone." That same day, Kylie posted this photo with what seemed to be the jacket that Justin wore to the Met Gala the previous year. Days later, Selena ripped a Marry Justin sign during a concert, and then she was seen with Orlando Bloom at a nightclub. Meanwhile, Justin was seen on a date with Nicola Peltz, and to end the month, Hailey said during an interview with Weekly Magazine about the supposed feud with Selena, quote, "I think it sucks that people try to start things like that. There's never any truth to that. First of all, she's a lovely girl. She's very kind. Her and I have a lot of mutual friends, and it's all cool between everybody. We run in the same circles." In the first day of June, Hailey was seen with Drake, but insiders told E! News that there was nothing romantic going on between them, and that Hailey was still in love with Justin. They said, "Hailey always has been a good friend to him, and she feels disrespected by many things that he's done lately. She's very upset about the date that he just went on with Nicola. Hailey wants to be with Justin, but he's just always back and forth with her, and that drives her mad." Days later, Justin followed Selena on Instagram once again. He was seen with Ashley Vincent and Alexandra Rodriguez in Miami, and it was reported that he was meeting up with Kourtney as she was also there with her kids. Towards the middle of July, Snake It happened. If you don't know about this, Kim posted an edited video of Taylor agreeing to being called a bitch by Kanye. This led to everybody hating on her and picking sides. Of course, Kendall, Hailey, and Justin were on Kim and Kanye's side, while Selena defended Taylor. Moving on to August, on the 1st of the month, Justin posted this video of a bunch of models in his house and a photo with them on a helicopter. Days later, he was seen with Sahara Ray again. After this, Selena said during an interview that she would like to date someone who is low-key, but that those type of guys are terrified of her. The day after that, Sophia Richie was seen for the first time with Justin at the beach. This relationship was super short due to the ridiculous amount of hate that she received, a lot of which was racially charged. They were seen together hiking, and they went to Japan together. They were there for a few dates and were seen all around Tokyo, and he posted a bunch of photos with her. In the last one, he wrote on the caption, "I'm gonna make my Instagram private if you guys don't stop the hate. This is getting out of hand. If you guys are really fans, you wouldn't be so mean to people that I like." All of these posts had the comments disabled. However, that didn't stop Selena from making a comment telling Justin to not post about Sophia if he didn't want her to get hate, and telling him not to be mad at his fans for cyberbullying his girlfriend. To which he responded by saying that Selena used him for attention, and then she accused him of cheating on her. After this, Justin deleted his Instagram and wouldn't reactivate until February 2017. And Selena kind of apologized with a post on her Snapchat in which she said, "What I said was selfish and pointless." Justin and Sophia continued to date for a few more weeks. They were seen together around Japan. He went to her 18th birthday. They went together to Mexico. In September, she gave an interview to Billboard in which she said, "We have a special relationship. Justin is very easy to talk to, and that's hard to find with people in LA." But days after, it was confirmed that they had broken up. Also, in the beginning of September, Selena took time off from her tour to treat her anxiety and depression, which were side effects of her lupus. Meanwhile, towards the end of the month, fans reported that Hailey and Justin were staying in the same hotel in Paris. October is uneventful because Justin was on tour and was too busy to do anything else. In November, the only thing that happened was that Bella Hadid broke up with The Weeknd, and Hailey was seen holding hands with her brother Onward. In the beginning of December, Hailey gave an interview to the Daily Telegraph in which she said, "I need to find ways to keep my privacy and maintain my own personal life. That will be it for me the next year." Justin went on The Ellen Show and he talked about his love life, saying,
"Let's talk about, I know you want to get to this, so I'll get right to it. Who are you dating?"
I'm not dating anybody. Single. I'm not really looking either.
You're not looking?
Nope.
When you're on the road, do you ever go on Tinder?
I don't, no.
Have you ever been on Tinder?
I haven't.
Never?
Never.
No dating app ever?
Nope.
Would you be curious to do that?
Not really.
Okay. You sound like you're really in a good place. Like you're not really, you don't need to be dating right now.
Not this very moment.
No? You're healthier than I've ever seen you.
Thank you.
Good for you.
Then he was seen hiking with Madison Beer. He was seen with Kendall on his jet leaving California. And to end the year, he and Hailey were seen together in West Hollywood. 2017 starts in a not super chill fashion when Selena and The Weeknd are seen kissing after having dinner together. Let's remember that he is the ex of Bella Hadid, who quickly unfollows her from social media. Selena got some backlash from this, and people consider her and the Hadid sisters to be friends. However, a source told TMZ that Selena did not feel the need to give Bella a heads up about their relationship because they were only acquaintances. Meanwhile, Bella's camp told People magazine that she was hurt by the relationship because she and The Weeknd had only broken up 2 months earlier. Back to Justin, he and Kourtney were seen together again after having dinner. However, she allegedly called off their relationship to get back with her baby daddy, Scott Disick. Towards the end of the month, Justin said that he wasn't a fan of The Weeknd and that his music was whack. The Weeknd was seen having dinner with Kylie and her then boyfriend Tyga, and Selena and The Weeknd made their relationship instant official and took a trip to Italy. In February, Selena skipped The Weeknd's pre-Grammy party and he showed up with another girl. She also skipped his birthday party and he showed up with another girl again. However, they were seen together in a yacht before Valentine's Day, while Justin shared on Instagram a sad video saying that he had no Valentine. Then, both Selena and The Weeknd released songs addressing Justin. Selena released It Ain't Me, in which she sings, "Somewhere along the lines we stopped seeing eye to eye. You were staying out all night and I had enough. Who's waking up to drive you home when you're drunk and all alone? Who's gonna walk you through the dark side of the morning? It ain't me." Meanwhile, The Weeknd released Some Way, in which she said, "I think your girl fell in love with me." After this, Selena visited The Weeknd in Netherlands during his tour, and then they went to Paris together, where they stayed until the beginning of March and where they had some encounters with Bella because it was Fashion Week. Meanwhile, Justin was seen going to church at the same time as Kourtney. The next few months are a bit slow. In the beginning of March, there was this rumor that Kourtney had said that she wanted to have a baby with Justin, which I'm sure is the reason why people think that her youngest son is his. Everyone continued going their separate ways. Justin commented, "You're so pretty," in one of Sophia's posts. Then he was seen with a bunch of models in a yacht, and then he was seen with another model in Brazil. Meanwhile, The Weeknd rented out a cinema for Selena, and they went out on a shopping spree in Toronto where they stayed until the 21st. Then the two went to Brazil, Colombia, and Argentina together for his tour. In April, Hailey reappeared with rumors that she was dating Cameron Dallas and Brooklyn Beckham. During Coachella time, Kendall and Hailey were seen together at a brand event. Selena and The Weeknd attended together, and then they were seen at a John Mayer concert. In the beginning of May, we get the Met Gala. Selena and The Weeknd attended together, and of course the Hadids, Hailey, and the Jenners were also there. Cameron Dallas also attended, but he and Hailey made up later for a Travis Scott after party. Justin didn't attend, but he was seen talking to Hailey Steinfeld at a New York City hotel after the gala. Then Justin went to Dubai and was seen with a model, but then he went back home and he was seen with his pastor, while Hailey was seen kissing some guy in New York. And Selena gave an interview in which she said, "I'm the kind of girl that loves tremendously big. I just have always been that girl. I'm taken." And she also attended one of The Weeknd's concerts. In June, Selena praised Justin for giving a speech during the One Love Manchester concert. Hailey and Cameron were seen leaving a party together, and then she was also seen with Scott Disick. In July, The Weeknd traveled to see Selena for her birthday, and Justin canceled the rest of his tour. In August, Hailey, Selena, and Justin were all seen in church at the same time. Selena and The Weeknd were still going strong, and Justin released Friends, in which he sings, "Now you're wondering why I've been calling like I've got ulterior motives. No, we didn't end this so good, but you know we had something so good, so I'm wondering, can we still be friends?" In September, things started to pick back up because we are entering the time of the year when everyone goes crazy. Hailey was linked to DJ Daniel Chetritin, sorry for mispronouncing that, and NBA player Chandler Parson. Selena and The Weeknd moved in together. They went together to a Harper's Bazaar event. She announced her kidney surgery, which was donated to her by Francia Raisa, and Justin was seen with some models. In October, it's reported that Bella was in a relationship with Drake. According to sources, they had been dating for months and were getting serious at the time. Towards the end of the month, Justin was seen at Selena's house, but she quickly cleared this up and said that she was trying to make peace with him following her transplant. A source told US Weekly, "He has been great to her since the surgery and they are on good terms right now." And then that same night, Justin and Hailey were seen going to church at the same time. Then, at the end of the month, it was announced that Selena and The Weeknd had broken up, and immediately after, she and Justin were seen spending the day together, including this video of them allegedly buying hard drugs in LA. She was also seen coming out of his house at the same time that it was reported that her family was pissed that they were back together, and that they would never accept him. They allegedly said, as long as she is even speaking to him in any way, it's not only disrespectful to everyone around her, it is disrespectful to herself. In November, they were seen together again and would get these ever so famous photos of them riding bikes. She attended one of his hockey games and they went to church together. And this is when it starts to be reported that they were officially together again. On the other side, Hailey was seen holding hands with Shawn Mendes at a party and it was reported that they were dating, but he denied it. And The Weeknd was seen with Giovanna Ventura and living in Bella's apartment. Selena and Justin continue to be seen together on dates and kissing, and by the end of the month, it's reported that they are living together again. In December, to end the year, Selena did an interview with Billboard in which she was asked what brought Justin back into her life. She said, "I'm 25. I'm not 18 or 19 or 20. I share with people who have really impacted my life, so maybe before we could have been forcing something that wasn't right, but that doesn't mean that caring for someone ever goes away." To end the year, Selena and Justin were seen going to church together. They took a trip out of the country, and then it's reported that Selena's mom is taken to the hospital over Selena and Justin getting back together, specifically over the fact that they were going to premarital couples therapy. Then Selena and her mom unfollowed each other on Instagram. It was also reported that one of the reasons why Justin and Selena were going to couples therapy was because they were having arguments over Hailey, and that Justin had been texting her again, but it was only platonic, because she was now with Shawn, with whom she was seen with in Toronto. On the first day of 2018, it was reported that Selena and Justin had spent New Year's together in Mexico with some of her friends. They then went back to LA and were seen living the gym together. Days later, it was reported that they were seeing counseling from the Hillsong Church pastor. According to a source, they don't want to repeat the same patterns as before. They've clearly had issues in the past, so they're receiving some guidance from Carl. They love each other and truly do want the best for each other. And a few days after that, her mom gave an interview in which she said that she wasn't happy with them being together, but, quote, "Selena can live her life however she wants, as long as she's happy, safe, and healthy." All of this seemingly signaled to the pair finally being able to have a happy ever after. However, by the end of the month, it was reported that the two were fighting so much, their friends were worried that they would break up again. According to a source, quote, "Selena can get over her jealousy issues and was even bitter about Justin going away with his mom while she was working in New York. Selena was constantly calling Justin during this trip, and he reached a boiling point and put his phone on silent. Justin became tired of Selena's issues. He still cares about her, but he's had enough of her overbearing behavior." Despite these reports, the two continued to be seen happily during the entire month of February. First, they were seen at a hockey rink. Then, they were seen going together to a concert. They took a trip together, were seen kissing again during Valentine's Day, then attended together Justin's dad's wedding in Jamaica, and were seen going to church together at the end of the month. March 1st is Justin's 24th birthday, and Selena congratulated him on Instagram. However, only a week later, they were seen leaving church separately, and it was reported that they were taking time apart. By March 11th, it was announced that they had once again broken up because her mom wouldn't budge on her disapproval of their relationship. Quote, "Selena and Justin decided to take a break mainly because of Selena's mom and her disapproval of Justin. Justin's family loved Selena, but Selena's family has put her in a very conflicting spot because they still don't trust Justin. Selena has tried to convince her family that Justin has changed, but her family just isn't budging right now. However, this was quickly denied, with the source telling people Selena wouldn't base her relationship off of what her mom thinks. They've been having disagreements, but it wouldn't be surprising if they're back together in a week." Towards the end of the month, Justin was seen hanging out with Baskin Champion at a club, and she was then seen leaving his house. Despite this, there were still reports that Justin was trying to convince Selena to get back together with him, with a source telling people, "He isn't dating. The chapter with her is definitely not finished. They weren't getting along and decided to take a break. It doesn't seem like a big deal, and they will probably be fine again soon." Towards the end of the month, Hailey was seen going to the same service as Justin, and she denied her relationship with Shawn Mendes. In the beginning of April, Shawn posted a photo with Hailey, but the next day he gave an interview talking about how much he loves Camila Cabello. Selena was allegedly flirting with Justin Theroux, sorry for mispronouncing that, through text after he and Jennifer Aniston broke up. Baskin was seen arriving at Justin's house, and then during Coachella, it's reported that Justin and Hailey ignored each other after he attended with his childhood friend, Charissa Kidmer. In May, we get the Met Gala, and our usual suspects are all in attendance. Selena took photos with Kylie and Gigi, and Hailey attended with Sean, but then he referred to her as just a really good friend. Days later, it was reported that Selena was happy after breaking up with Justin. Quote, she shows happiness in her friends and family, and she's thrilled about her decision-making process. It was also reported that she and Justin T were more than just friends. Quote, initially, they leaned on each other for emotional support after going through messy breakups. They FaceTime and text late at night and have intimate conversations about where they're going in life and their career goals. They're extremely honest and open with each other. Part of her attraction to Justin is knowing how much Jen loved him. The fact that the woman she idealized so much prized him only makes Justin all that more appealing. Days later, The Sun ran a story claiming that Jennifer had called Selena to question her about those rumors. Quote, she has been close to Selena for a few years and has taken her under her wing, but Jen has clearly been offended, which really affected Selena. Jennifer is upset over the dating rumors swirling around her ex and Selena. It hurts Jen to think that Justin would move on already, to think of him with anyone else, especially someone so young, and that Jen has a personal relationship with like Selena. Jen doesn't want to think about it and definitely does not believe it. In June, things got juicy again when Justin and Hailey were seen holding hands in Miami. Then they were seen grabbing coffee, and it was reported that they were back together. Days later, Hailey was seen with a ring on her finger, which of course set off engagement alarms. Then Justin posted a video with Hailey, and Hailey deleted every photo with Sean of her Instagram. By the end of the month, a source told Cosmopolitan that they were back together, and on July 9th, they made their official announcement that they got engaged in Bahamas, only 3 months after his breakup with Selena. Days later, Justin was seen looking distressed while talking on the phone, and afterwards he deleted a video of Hailey that had the caption, "Meet my fiancé." They were seen together the next day, and then they took a trip to Florida, during which the media starts reporting that they got secretly married after she was seen with a new ring. In August, it was reported that Justin and Hailey were already planning their wedding, with the source telling people they don't want a long engagement and are already planning their wedding. Justin still seems extremely happy. He is relaxed and very much enjoying his life. He feels very lucky to be with Hailey. He can't wait to call her his wife. However, days later, they were seen crying together in Central Park and then again in a cafe. Then it's reported that they are planning their wedding for the next year because they don't want to rush, and then they take a trip to Canada where they buy a house. On the other side, it's reported that Selena still misses Justin, that she was hoping that he wouldn't go through with the wedding, and that she was heartbroken over their trip to Canada. Quote, it was not long ago that Selena hoped it would be her settling down with Justin in the countryside somewhere, away from the noise of Hollywood. That was her dream too, to raise a family in a big house by a lake with Justin. And now that he's doing that with someone else, it really stings. Another source told Weekly Magazine, quote, there are moments she still misses Justin. This is someone that she has loved for so long. Of course, there are lingering feelings, but she's not going to reach out to him or try to interfere with his relationship while he's still with Hailey. But if things fall apart, she would be the first to send him a text. Selena's still coming to terms with her and Justin being over forever, so there are days she still can't quite believe he's engaged and about to marry someone else. For years, Selena believed it would be her marrying Justin. In September, Justin and Hailey were seen entering a marriage bureau in New York, which led to rumors that they were already married again, but she denied it on Twitter, saying, I understand where the speculation is coming from, but I'm not married yet. However, a source said that they were legally married, but since they hadn't had a big wedding, she didn't consider them to be married. And then Alec Baldwin said that they were married, but this was denied. Hailey and Justin, they took a trip to London, where she was once again seen with a diamond ring, and at the end of the month, they went to Italy. In October, it was reported that they had gotten married in New York without a prenup and that they were planning a wedding because they didn't consider the courthouse ceremony valid. And then Selena was internalized in a hospital to receive mental health treatment after having an emotional breakdown. After this, Justin was seen going to church alone. Then he was seen barefooted and in a bathrobe in his neighborhood. And then he and Hailey were seen leaving their pastor's house together, and he had another breakdown in the car. According to a source, quote, he has a lot of stuff going on in his head. He's not okay. He has so much going for him, but he doesn't feel whole. He has withdrawn again, much like he did a couple of years ago. Justin still loves Selena a lot, but as a friend, and is praying for her. Days later, Hailey and Justin were seen together twice, at the same time that it was reported that Selena was hit hard by the news of their marriage before she had the breakdown. A source told People magazine, quote, Selena can be a delicate flower, especially because she has had constant medical struggles, but Justin's engagement and quick marriage threw her off guard and hit her hard. Days later, Hailey gave an interview to Harper's Bazaar in which she said, he is incredible, he crushes everything, every song, every feature. It's crazy to see what he does, I'm always blown away. Then they were seen happily house shopping together, they were seen kissing. Hailey filed for a trademark of the name Hailey Bieber, and Scooter Braun gave an interview in which he called Hailey a wonderful person. In the beginning of November, Selena left the psychiatric facility, and it was said that she would keep a low profile moving forward. On the other side, Justin posted this photo with Hailey. They took a trip to Canada. He referred to her as his wife for the first time. She changed her name on social media to Hailey Bieber. And towards the end of the month, Hailey was caught following a Selena fan account, but quickly unfollowed them. In December, Justin and Hailey were seen during the photo shoot of their Vogue spread, and then they spent New Year's in Hawaii. Meanwhile, Selena was photographed almost every day of the month and spent New Year's with her friends. In January 2019, Selena broke her social media silence by posting a few photos of herself with the caption, "It's been a while since you have heard of me, but I wanted to wish everyone a happy new year and to thank you for your love and support. Last year was definitely a year of self-reflection, challenges, and growth. It's always those challenges which show you who you are and what you are capable of overcoming. Trust me, it's not easy, but I am proud of the person that I am becoming and look forward to the year ahead. Love you all." Meanwhile, Hailey was told that she needed to prove that she was married to Justin if she wanted to move forward with a trademark for a clothing line. In February, Justin and Hailey were in the cover of Vogue, and in the interview they said that they were celibate before getting married and that marriage was always going to be hard. Hailey also revealed how Justin proposed on Vogue. She said,
"Hailey, how did he propose to you?"
We were on a trip to the Bahamas, and we were alone in a house, just the two of us. It was very special.
Did he go the traditional route by asking for permission from your dad?
Yes, he did.
And then she gave an interview to Kendall in which she said, "It's definitely scary to be this young and be married. It's a scary thing, but it's also the person that I've literally been in love with for so many years. So that's the best part about it. Like, I feel like he's my best friend and we just get to do life together forever now. But I think the forever aspect for me is just like, you don't think about that until you get married." In March, there was a report that Justin had been staying away from Selena out of loyalty to Hailey. Then he was seen leaving his New York apartment alone. Then they were seen together looking a bit tense, and then she was comforting him on the street again, and it was reported that they had postponed their wedding. Towards the end of the month, Justin responded to a comment from a Hailey hate account who tweeted at him saying that he only married Hailey to get back at Selena. He called this person immature, absurd, mean-spirited, illogical, a sick person, and said that they should be ashamed of themselves. He also said that he loved Selena and that she would always have a place in his heart, but that Hailey was the best thing that happened to him. He also said that he would not reply to this kind of comments again, and that if they didn't like Hailey, that meant they didn't like him either. In April, for April's Fool's Day, they said that Hailey was pregnant as a joke, and stupid people on the internet got mad, so Justin ended up apologizing for it. Then Justin posted a photo of Hailey with this long poem as a caption, and then he posted an old photo with Kendall. Meanwhile, it was reported that Hailey filed to get sole right of the name Bieber Beauty for a cosmetic line. Then Hailey responded to people who were commenting that she was the second best to Selena by saying that people needed to learn how to move on and that they were delusional. And then she posted this tweet saying that she wished people knew her heart and that people weren't so cruel on social media. In June, Selena deleted the last photo that she had of Justin on her Instagram, and it was reported that Justin's trademark blocked Hailey's attempt at copywriting Bieber Beauty, which I guess is what people mean when they say that he didn't want her using his name for the brand. In August, Justin posted a photo of Hailey and called her his best friend. Days later, they were seen in Beverly Hills, and it's announced that their wedding is set for September. Meanwhile, Selena was seen with a ring on her ring finger. At the end of September, on the 30th, Justin and Hailey have their wedding in South Carolina. In Selena's side, she first released the sing "Lose You to Love Me," in which she directly references Justin by saying that the relationship they had was replaced in 2 months. Following this, Hailey posted a story to Instagram showing the song "I'll Kill You" by Summer Walker, but she denied that this was a response to Selena. And then Selena responded with this video.
"I am grateful for the response that the song is getting. I'm so grateful. However, I do not stand for women tearing women down, and I will never, ever be by that. So please be kind to everyone. It doesn't matter what the situation is. If you're my fans, don't be rude to anybody, please. Don't go off and say things that you just feel in the moment. And just please, for me, know that that's not my heart."
And then during a Ryan Secret interview, she said this about the song.
That it's out, because it's weird, too. I wrote this song over a year ago, "Lose You to Love Me," and it's like I feel completely different from when I wrote it. So it's such an interesting
that's
feeling.
What's fascinating for us, because I want to play that for you in just a second. But for us, we're hearing it for the first time. And so, just human nature is to think, oh my gosh, this is what she's feeling right now today because we just got this song. But that's not the case.
No, but it's more beautiful for me because I know exactly where I was when I wrote it and how I felt. And
could you have released it in the moment you felt it?
No.
Or would that have been too hard?
Absolutely not.
Too tough, right?
Yeah, that wouldn't have happened. It took me a long time to get through it. So now it's But now it's fine. Like, I'm smiling.
Wait,
It's so great.
In November, Selena refollowed Bella Hadid on Instagram, but Bella didn't follow her back. Then she left a comment on her Instagram, which led to Bella deleting the post altogether. A fan of Selena's then posted about it on their account, and Selena commented that it sucked that she deleted the post. All of this, of course, leads to Bella receiving a lot of hate, so Selena ended up making another comment in which she asked her fans not to send hate to Bella and said that she was a wonderful person. Also in November, the whole drama between Taylor and Scooter Braun happened, and of course, Selena and Justin got involved to support their friends, and at the end of the month, Hailey was caught liking a photo of Selena from the AMAs. In December, Hailey gave an interview to Vogue UK in which she said, "I'm passionate about women taking care of women. I think we all just need to be a lot nicer. I think social media is a breeding ground for toxicity and people creating false drama between women and trying to put women against each other and create these narratives that are just toxic. I think that has to change and that has to stop. I think there needs to be more people with platforms coming together and saying to each other, let's kill the conversation, let's kill the fake drama, let's squash all these things. Let's move on from stuff. Let's not give people a reason to fuel fire and create drama and being rude to each other." To end the year, Selena announced the name of her album and said that Taylor and her mom Andrea cried while listening to it. She said, "It was one of the coolest experiences because I've been friends with her for over a decade and love her family as well. She played it and she and her mom just started crying, just tears and tears. It wasn't just about how great the song was, which is a lot coming from her. It was just that they had been on that journey with me intimately and they were crying because of how proud they were for me stepping into a whole new era of my life and it not involving the horrible things, the abuse, the emotional chaos. It felt like a huge sigh of relief. To see her and her mom feel that way, it was really sweet." In January 2020, Hailey made a post to Instagram talking about how all the hate that she received had worsened her mental health. And Selena unfollowed Madison Beer after she was seen hanging out with Hailey. According to Selena's fans, they were all in the same restaurant and Madison and Hailey started to taunt Selena. But then Selena made a comment on Instagram calling the people leaving hate on Madison's page disgusting and said that them being in the same restaurant wasn't planned. Madison then also made a comment saying that she loved Selena and that she would never do anything to upset her. Selena also released her album Rare, which touches a lot on her relationship with Justin, and during an interview she said, quote, "I've said this before, but I used to be terrified of saying anything. I would find myself protecting people that never protected me or care for me." And then during a different interview, she accused Justin of emotional abuse, saying, "I do feel I was a victim of certain abuse during the relationship, and I think that is something that I had to find a way to understand it as an adult. As much as I definitely don't want to spend the rest of my life talking about this, I'm really proud that I can say I feel the strongest I've ever felt, and I found a way to just walk through it with as much grace as possible." In February, Selena was seen packing the bike that she rode with Justin in 2017, and Justin gave an interview to Saint Lowe in which he talked about his relationship with Hailey and said, "I said, listen, I'm still really hurt and I'm still trying to figure out my way. And I'm not ready to make a commitment to you in a way that I just don't want to say something and do the opposite. I was at the point where I'd done that in the past and I just was honest with her. I was like, I'm not in the place to be faithful and all of this sort of stuff that I wanted to be, but I just wasn't there yet. I was just in a place when I knew I didn't want to tell Hailey one thing and I felt like she respected me at the time and I had a lot of respect for her, so I just didn't want to say something and then she'd see me off doing some other thing." About Selena, he said, quote, "But either way, she loved me and seeing me with other people hurt her. And so with that being said, she went out and did things that hurt me. And so just this hurt. Of her hurt, she hurt me." In May, Hailey said during a live that, quote, "It's definitely not easy. Justin knows that I have a hard time with the things that people say and the way people make comparisons. The way they have made me feel like less of a woman." In October, Justin got a tattoo of a rose with an S in it, which people of course said it was about Selena, and he briefly mentioned their relationship in the trailer of his documentary. In November, Hailey gave an interview in which she denied that she was with Justin at the same time that he was with Selena, saying, quote, "Contrary to popular belief, he had been single for a while and I had been single, and we were kind of just trying to figure life out. Everything happened really fast. I think everybody knows that. Everyone was kind of like, hey, did you get married?" In December, Justin responded to a person who said that they wanted to bomb Hailey's social with hate by saying that it was hard saying nothing while people bullied Hailey and that that person had a miserable life. At the end of the month, the Hillsong Church ended up having a huge sex-related scandal, so Selena stopped being a member of it. 2021 was the calmest and most boring year of this timeline. In January, Justin and Hailey also quit the church. In March, Hailey liked a photo of Selena's cover of Vogue. In June, Selena gave an interview to Vogue Australia in which she said, "I've been way too young to be exposed to certain things when I was in a relationship. I think most of my experiences in relationships have been cursed." In July, Selena posted this on TikTok.
"So you're telling me that you can read his astrological birth chart, but you can't read the red flags? Sis."
In August, Hailey liked Selena's cover of Elle magazine. In September, there were rumors that Hailey was pregnant because Justin put his hand on her stomach during the Met Gala, and people yelled Selena's name at her during the Met Gala. In 2022, things start a bit weird in January when Selena and Cara Delevingne get matching tattoos. Then in May, one of Hailey's friends, singer Justin Sky, made 2 posts to her Snapchat in which he seemingly shades Selena. This, of course, led to both her and Hailey getting a lot of hate, and eventually she denied doing this and said that she was hacked. In August, Hailey posted a video to TikTok telling people to leave her alone.
Leave me alone at this point. I'm minding my business. I don't do anything. I don't say anything. Leave me alone. Please, enough time has gone by where it's valid to leave me alone. I beg of you, truly. That's my only request. Leave me alone. Be miserable somewhere else, please.
And then in September, she teased her Call Her Daddy interview for the first time, which in my opinion was the worst choice that she could have made. Now, allegedly, this interview was set up as a way to get ahead of the documentary that Selena was working on. The reason why I think that this was a bad decision is because at the time, Hailey was getting a lot of positive attention, and her team was successfully positioning her as an it girl in the same level as Bella Hadid. And I think that making this interview was a step back for her because especially after Selena announced the documentary, it seemed that it was a way to preemptively clean up her name before Selena had time to accuse her of anything. And then Selena didn't even mention her or Justin, which made the interview even more desperate. Anyways, during this interview, she said a number of things, so here's a little compilation.
Can you explain why the internet was so angry over your engagement to Justin?
First of all, I think one thing is that we're both really young. I think honestly that's for starters, which I totally understand. When we got engaged, I was 21 and he was 24. Yeah, 24 and 21. I personally never thought I was going to get married that young. Like, I always thought I would be maybe getting married now, and I'm 25 now, and I still think I'm really young. I think the timing was obviously very rapid and very fast, which now being 4 years past that, looking back on it, I totally get it. I'm like, yeah, that seemed really drastic and really crazy but that was what we felt was a decision between the two of us, and it felt correct for the two of us at the time, and clearly we were right because here we are 4 years later.
They were kids. People were obsessed with the idea of them. People were confused on the timeline you're talking about of like, is she a homewrecker? So I guess my question is, Hailey, were you ever with Justin romantically at the same time as her?
No. Not one time. When him and I started hanging out, like, okay, let's just put it this way. When him and I ever started, like, hooking up or, like, anything of that sort, he was not ever in a relationship. Ever. At any point. I would never, it's not my character to mess with someone's relationship. I would just never do that. I was raised better than that. I'm not interested in doing that, and I never was. I think that there are situations where you can still kind of have like back and forth with someone, but even that was not the situation. Like, I can say period point blank, I was never with him when he was in a relationship with anybody. This is so crazy. I've literally never talked about this ever. I understand, again, how it looks from the outside, and there's a lot of perception there, but that was a situation where I know for a fact that it was the right thing for them to close that door. They were not in a relationship at that time, but of course, there's a very long history there, and it's not my relationship. It has nothing to do with me, so I respect that a lot, but I know that it closed a chapter, and I think it was the best thing that could have happened for him to move on and be engaged and get married and like move on with his life in that way. And it's hard for me to talk about this because I don't want to talk on either one of their behalf, again, because it was their relationship, and I honestly respect that very deeply. But I just know what was going on when we got back together, and I know what had to happen for that to come back together in a healthy way.
And I think it was the most healthy, mature decision that he could have made. And I respect that. As a woman, I would never want to get into a relationship with someone and be engaged to them and be getting married to them and think in the back of my mind, I wonder, like, if that was really, like, closed for you. And, like, and I know for a fact that the reason we were able to get back together was because it was very much completely closed.
Your husband's past relationship still to this day affects what people are saying about you and to you on the internet.
Well, I think, like, one of the things that we already just covered is that, like, the timeline of things, and, like, a lot of the hate and the perpetuation comes from, like, oh, you stole him. And I guess maybe that just comes from, like, the fact that they wished that, like, he had ended up with someone else, and that's fine. Like, you can wish that all you want, but that's just not the case.
Can you explain what happened when you were taking photos on the red carpet with your husband at the Met Gala in 2021?
Oh, and people were screaming?
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I could hear everyone screaming. And again, I think there's a certain part of you that has a numbness of just, like, I was, like, really surprised. I could kind of hear it, but I didn't know if that's what was really going on until I saw the video after. The whole thing of everybody being like, oh, he's trying to tell her not to cry, that was not true. It wasn't making me cry. Although it's a very disrespectful thing to do towards anybody, I felt like I had something in my eye. Mm-hmm. That's just what goes to show you how out of context things can be seen. When he's, like, trying to help me, I'm like, I feel like there's something in my eye. Do you see something in my eye? And I'm going like this. And he's like, no, you're good.
And as this is happening, everyone's chanting. I don't even know if it was their relationship name or just her name. But they were chanting at you.
Both.
So then you take the sunglasses.
Yeah.
And everyone
the sunglasses were just part of my look. They were just part of my look. I knew I was going to wear the sunglasses regardless on the carpet for some photos and then some without. But yeah, I did hear people yelling. It wasn't making me almost cry. I think seeing the video back after made me like, damn, like, that sucks. That's the energy people are.
Did Justin or literally anyone ever ask his ex to help put an end to the harassment that her fans put you through?
No. What I will say is that she has been in this industry much longer than I have, and maybe there's something that she knows about, like, it wouldn't fix anything.
I think, like, a nice little heart on your TikTok could end it all.
The thing is, too, is, like, I think that, like, everyone is just trying to, like, create separation, even though there's clearly, like, not always separation. Mm-hmm. I have no expectation. I would never expect someone to do that for me. Like, she doesn't owe me anything. And I think that, like, there's just no expectations. If that was something that she felt was necessary, then that would be amazing. But I just, yeah, I respect her. There's no drama personally.
Have you guys ever spoken?
Yes.
And then, like, recently? No, I don't guess not recently, but, like, after your marriage?
Yes. So that's why I'm like, it's all respect. It's all love. Mm-hmm. That's also why I feel like, well, if everybody on our side knows what happened and we're good, and we could walk away from it with clarity and respect, then, like,
right,
that's fine.
As long as you know you're good, that's really all that matters.
Which had brought me a lot of peace.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, hey, we know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. You're never going to be able to, like, correct every narrative. And there's going to be new ones that come.
Following this interview, Selena went live on TikTok and said,
are just vile and disgusting. And it's not fair, and no one ever should be spoken to in the manner that I've seen. And all I have to say is it's incredibly ironic that I would release something that is all about kind words. Because that's exactly what I want. That's it. If you support Rare, I cannot thank you enough, but know that you are also representing what it means. And that is, words matter, truly matter. So It ain't coming from me. And I just want all of you to know that I hope that you understand that this is much bigger than anything else.
In October, Selena released a trailer of her documentary, and then she and Hailey were seen together publicly for the first time ever. This, of course, turns into a media frenzy, but in November, Selena tells everyone to calm down and says that the photos are not a big deal. That same month, Selena's documentary comes out, and she mentions their relationship with Justin briefly by saying, "Everything was so public. I felt haunted by a past relationship that no one wanted to let go of. Then I moved past it, and I wasn't afraid anymore. I feel like I had to go through the worst possible heartbreak ever, and then just forgetting everything at the drop of a hand, it was really confusing. But I just think that needed to happen, and ultimately it was the best thing that ever happened to me." And this is when things start to get crazy. First, people start to call her out for saying that Taylor was the only friend in the industry, and not mentioning Francia, who literally gave her an organ. Francia responded by saying, "Interesting," to which she responded by saying, "Sorry, I didn't mention every person I know." Then she spends the holidays with Nicola Peltz and Brooklyn Beckham from Thanksgiving and until New Year's, and they start to call themselves a throuple, which was very out of nowhere and was weird. And then she starts commenting on TikTok videos, with the first one being a fan edit saying that Selena was always skinny while dating Justin because he only liked models, to which she left a sad face emoji. In January 2023, singer Pia Mia, who used to be friends with Hailey, Kendall, and Kylie, made a TikTok in which she implied that they cut her out of the group because she wasn't famous enough.
The thing about LA and the music industry, and probably a lot of different industries, is like it just feels so transactional. And even if you're friends with someone for years and you actually think that friendship is real, like the second that they think you're not hot enough, famous enough, making enough money, or whatever it is, you're kind of just like cut from the group without anyone telling you anything and without you doing anything wrong. And that shit just is terrible. Sometimes it just feels like you can only be associated with if you're hot in the moment, and I just obviously, like, that's not what real friendship and real relationships are. And I do understand, like, to a degree this is a business, but also, like, we are humans too. I'm not gonna like sulk over it and like let it ruin my life, but I do feel like it's important to shed light on it, because everyone always acts like everything's totally okay, and I think it's important to show that everything is not great all the time, and you can still come back from moments or periods in your life career where you feel like it's not going the way that you want it to, and like you're in the out crowd and whatever.
Then Hailey posted and quickly deleted this video with Kendall and Justine to TikTok.
Saying she deserved it, but I'm saying God's timing is always right.
Which everyone started saying was about Selena's weight gain, because she gained weight in 2022 and she was getting criticized for it. Selena did eventually go on live and talk about her weight gain and said specifically that she is not a model and will never be, but that happened over a month after Hailey posted the original video.
So, yeah, not a model, never will be. And I think they're awesome, mind you. I definitely am definitely not that.
Moving on, also in February, Selena said that Bella was her girl crush and posted a TikTok of herself saying that she wished she was as pretty as her, which only led to people insulting and bullying Bella in order to tell Selena that she was prettier. Following this, the real drama begins. Selena posted a video of her laminated eyebrows saying that she accidentally laminated them too much. Then Kylie also posted a photo with the caption, "This was a mistake," and then a screenshot of her and Hailey FaceTiming with only their eyebrows showing. Everyone started to call out Kylie and Hailey for mocking Selena. However, Kylie denied it on a TikTok comment saying that people were reaching, making things up, and that she didn't even see Selena's post, to which Selena answered by saying that she was a fan of Kylie. This could have been the end of everything, but of course it wasn't, because then Selena commented on this video of Hailey mocking Taylor from like 5 or 6 years ago and got the Swifties involved, which made the attacks against Kylie and Hailey even worse. Following this, Selena announced that she would take a break from social media because she was quote-unquote too old for this. After this, Hailey limited her comments on Instagram, her old tweets about Selena and Justin resurfaced, Kylie lost around 1 million followers on Instagram, and Jordan Woods, a former friend of Kylie, posted a video using Rare Beauty. In March, Selena left this comment on TikTok telling fans to be kinder and consider others' mental health. This, of course, didn't stop them, and a few days later, Justin was heckled at Rolling Loud with people screaming "fuck Hailey." Then, towards the end of the month, Selena put out a statement in which she says that Hailey reached out to her and let her know that she had been receiving death threats and that she wanted everything to stop. And then Hailey posted her own statement in which she said that they had been talking to each other for a few weeks and thanks her for speaking out. after which they start following each other on Instagram. So that's it. That's the entire timeline of the love triangle between Selena, Hailey, and Justin. I did leave out most of the copying allegations because I think 99% of them are super reaching. Like, Hailey wearing a similar color is not her copying her. But I might have missed other things that are maybe more important, and if I did, I am sorry. Please let me know in the comments, but as of right now, I think this is it. Let me know what you think of all of this in the comment section. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.